being targeted by police. I wanted to just give them an opportunity, and we'll bring them back on another day because their time surely was cut short due to the verdict which came out. But I want to welcome my brother, who is no stranger to those brothers and sisters in the conscious community with the work that he does, and his beautiful wife with the work that she does as well. They're two artists and as well as business persons that work together. And I think this is what it's going to take to turn this around. Our families united together, and mothers, fathers, children, extended family as well, because at the end of the day, it's going to all be about the relationship. So let me welcome to the state of the city my brother and friend, Brother Kashaka, and his beautiful wife, Sister Sayuda. Let me say peace be unto you and welcome to the state of the city, brother. Get right on that mic.
How you doing, Darren? And peace be unto you, brother. And we'd like to thank you for giving us the opportunity to come on here and tell our story. And also like to thank you for what you do.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, sister. Sister Sayuda, get on that microphone. How are you, my sister? I'm good. All right. Well, Brother Kashaka, let's talk about, man, and give you contact information in terms of your business, but also we're going to talk about the organization. Is it what's the title of it?
K-Jam Productions.
Yes, sir.
Right. Well, my wife and I, we're entrepreneurs. Baltimore, born and bred. We grew up in Baltimore. East side, probably know us as K-Jam and Sayuda because we have a DJ company, K-Jam Productions. We also was doing karaoke in the area. And right now we provide entertainment for adult daycare centers. And we do a lot of stuff around town. And our
website?
Yeah, a website. Right now we just put out a new CD entitled Believe in Yourself. The website is, if you go to kjns.net, you can check us out, have some pictures. You can buy our CD. Also, if you go on CD Baby, you can, and you put in Believe in Yourself and KJNS, you can buy songs from our CD. And that's what we do. We've pretty much been detoured from our singing career with some of the stuff that we've been going through.
Yes, sir.
In Maryland, in the state.
Okay. Talk about the organization in terms of the website dealing with, again, the issue of police targeting and racial profiling of our people in Baltimore County, because I know sometimes we try to make it look like it's just germane to the city, it's happening all throughout the county, in the eastern part of Baltimore County, out in that Essex community, going all the way up into Hartford, all the way up into Delaware, and then, of course, in the western counties of Baltimore and as well. So give out the website in terms of that, and then we'll get into some of the information you want to share.
Okay, well Darren, you're correct. This is Baltimore County. It's out of control, and I'm saying that from a 25-year expert from policeabuse.com, who we had to contact concerning an unlawful entry in my son's house at 318-12. It's like I said, it's out of control, and the bad thing about it is that when you try to do the right thing as a citizen, you try to contact the police chief from some stuff that some of the police are doing. They don't do anything, and I think that just leaves it open field. The police feel that they can do whatever they want because they're never corrected for what they do.
Yes, sir. Right. So there's been a long pattern in Baltimore County, eastern Baltimore County, and going out into Hartford County, as well as, of course, and what some would call that Liberty Road corridor, going all the way up and to the other jurisdictions as well, since there's 23 jurisdictions in terms of counties in Maryland. So we've been seeing this pattern going on in terms of not just targeting your son, but targeting, in some instances, the entire family. Is that correct?
Well, yes, pretty much starting back in 1998. And I just want to say real quick with the TRAYVON Martin verdict, that was alarming to us. And Darren, you know, I've been knowing you 2 or 3 years, and you've been trying to get me to come on. I've been wanting to come on.
That's right.
We pretty much want to mind our own business.
Sure.
But some of the things that recently happened, that we're forced to come publicly and talk about it, because I refuse to just sit back and let people or let law enforcement play target practice on you, or intimidate you, or retaliate against you for trying to protect yourself, you know, from what's going on. So our situation goes all the way back to 1998. We was living in Baltimore City. We bought our first house in Baltimore County, Rosedale.
Yes.
And we was pretty excited about that. But in 1998, living next door to a neighbor, this guy who was a Baltimore City firefighter, his name is Michael Bennett, he lied and said that our house was a drug house.
Yes, sir.
Now, the reason I know he lied is because I saw him tell the police something to the effect that they're doing something over there.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I mean, after that, police came in our house 2 weekends in a row.
Right.
Because me and my wife are entertainers, you know, we have our own company. We were out, but
Sure.
police came into our house when my sons was minor on one weekend, and they searched. They didn't find anything. They didn't lock anyone up.
Yes, sir.
And on the following weekend, they came back with my son in handcuffs.
Yes, sir.
So from that point, my wife and I, we got pretty upset, and we filed a lawsuit.
Right.
We filed a lawsuit against Baltimore County. We filed a lawsuit against Baltimore City.
Yes, sir.
And the fire department and Michael Bennett. And of course, it never anything. It got dropped.
You got dropped?
Yeah, we
Yes, sir.
never went to court for for anything, but it just got dropped. And people in Baltimore, they know. I mean, people are not stupid.
Right.
You know, people know and see the corruption. And with the TRAYVON Martin case, you know, I want to tell black folks, if you don't see this right in your face,
Right.
you know, it's no time of crying. You have to really do something, because whether you keep quiet or not, they're going to continue.
Right.
If they're after you, they're going to continue to harass you.
Right. Yes,
So
sir.
going back to the story, after we filed the lawsuit, we just was harassed, the whole family.
Right.
Over back then, around 2002 through 2003, it was over 80-something tickets,
Right.
citations, safety repair orders. So to try to get away from this guy, we moved and bought a house in Harford County.
Right. Yes, sir. And
Okay, well, 2006, we got caught up with Countrywide.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
from Towson, they pretty much stole that house from us. Investigating, we realized that our house was illegally foreclosed, that it was turned into a bond, and the transactions and the note and the deed. You know, I mean, we refinanced, but every time we refinanced, we got a note in the deed.
Right.
And we have all of the paperwork.
Sure.
But this last time when we lost our house, we didn't have anything.
Yes, sir.
You know, so that's part of the targeting
Right.
that's been on us.
Yes.
You know, so from that we lost that house. Then we had a moving spree. I think we must have moved like 10 or 12 times, because every time we try to go someplace,
Right. You're just constantly being targeted.
targeted,
Yes, sir.
and police officers is good police officers.
Right.
But you got police officers that's trying to do stuff to you. If they go and talk to anybody or tell anybody to do anything to you or something like that, 9 times out of 10, the person is going to listen to the police officer, and that's what they've been doing. So we got into this moving spell to the next to the last house where we were at.
Yes, sir.
The oven was rigged.
Right.
You know, to where we had to call Baltimore County firefighters in, and they said that every time we turned the oven on,
Right.
that it was carbon monoxide with
leaking in the home?
75% of PPUs, which was
Yes, sir.
which was excessive.
Sure.
We moved from that house. We're not saying who did what.
Right.
We're just saying this stuff keep happening. Now,
Right.
from us investigating, we realized that a vent was under the stove.
Right.
A rag was in the vent. So every time we use the oven,
Right.
the
Yes, sir.
cook,
Right.
or when the heat come on,
Right.
it's bringing
Bringing
up
in.
and we
Right. And we know in Baltimore County, I mean, particularly I think in a couple of those developments in Essex where, you know, you've lost, you know, family members that have died. You know what I mean? Because they were talking about maybe they should just get rid of some of those housing developments out there because of that issue of carbon monoxide in
Right.
those buildings right there.
We endured that for 7 months.
For 7 months? Yes, ma'am.
And all
Right.
of us had, you know, all of us had.
Symptoms, but didn't know.
Just- right.
Yeah,
Yes.
we didn't realize it, but where we move, we were forced to move because my sons, they can't keep a job in the White Marsh, Rosedale area.
Yes, sir.
Every time they try to get a job, they don't have no time. So they've been working with us. They had to stay with us. But
sure.
I'm painting a picture, and I'm gonna move quick because it's a lot of stuff, and hopefully Darren will have us back
we'll come
on.
back. Yeah, we'll definitely have you come back on, brother.
But to hear our story, it's alarming. They pretty much they was wiping us out.
Right.
The fact that we believed in ourselves, that we had confidence in ourselves, is why we're here to talk about this today. Now, I don't want to lose time, but
sure.
Jumping up to June 22nd, Saturday, June 22nd, 2012, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, my granddaughter was hit in the back.
Yeah.
Going towards Golden Ring Road.
That was July 2013. June. That was June when you called me about that. Yes, sir. Show me the pictures.
2013.
Right. 2013, I'm sorry. Right.
Yes, sir.
Three weeks ago. She was hit in the back. Her car flipped over going to 695 to a car flipped on the top, her and a friend. She was hit. She knows she was hit.
Yes, sir.
It was a red truck that hit her. She told me she tried to get away from the guy, but he just stayed on her.
Right.
Now I'm gonna say this. She was at Middleborough Road. If you're familiar with that area, Middleborough Road, and you make a left on 702 to head towards Golden Ring Road.
Yes.
You would see, but leaving out of her house on Middleborough Road, a Baltimore County police was behind her.
Right.
And just like I told Internal Affairs, I'm not saying that Baltimore County police ran her off the road. I'm saying that minutes before the accident,
they were there.
They were behind her.
Yeah, somebody did.
And I have a list of other hit in the backs that my family had endured. And this seemed like this has been a pattern. I told you about the houses.
Yes.
But taking out our vehicles
has been another issue.
Is another. It's
right. Yes, coming in, targeting your vehicle, towing your vehicles, etc.
They're taking us out,
causing you great loss.
Our
dealing
business,
with that.
Yeah, we we're in a newspaper business. We DJ. We need our vehicles for a lot of stuff.
Right.
But real quick, in 2009, my 2001 Chevy Astro van was hit in the back.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In 2010, that same Chevy Astro van was taken by Harford County Police.
Right. You mean they just came on your property?
No, we was driving.
You were driving?
We were driving, yeah.
Without due process.
Right. In the morning, they know where we was going.
Right.
You know, and he came up and said, I was ordered to take your vehicle. I said, you was ordered?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and he took it. The next day I called Geico, but I want to go back because a month before that happened, a Baltimore County police stopped me and said that I had an insurance violation.
Right.
But I told them I didn't.
Yes, sir.
And I called Geico the next day, and it verified that I didn't have an insurance violation. But the following month, they took the vehicle.
Okay.
And I tell you how cold this was. This was 12/23.
Yes, sir.
2 days before Christmas.
Right.
Okay. Keep going. So what I did, because we need our work for our vehicle, we went and got another vehicle.
Right.
2 days before Christmas. 2 months after I had that vehicle, the engine died. Okay, and I'm going to switch you over to, in that area was Precinct 9, Baltimore County. I'm going to switch you over to Essex, Eastern Avenue, Precinct 11.
So this is just a conglomerate of what you've been dealing with. It's so much to digest.
It is.
We're going to have to definitely bring you back on.
And that's
do
what,
part
people,
two,
and people don't believe me.
We take this story and multiply it in terms of throughout the counties of Baltimore County in terms of how our people are being treated, dealing with the issues of being targeted by police and oftentimes without getting due process is what we're saying.
Right. And if I told you the time, 1998, to show you how brilliant they're able to keep this going, that we haven't been quiet.
Right.
We darn see I have papers
fighting.
right
Yes,
here.
sir.
We've contacted
paper trail.
the law force, we've contacted chiefs, we've contacted everybody, but don't nobody want to do anything.
Right.
So I said, I'm going to document this so that one day I can show the people.
Tell your story, brother. Yes,
I
sir.
can show the people how bad this really is. Now I'm going to roll down this list, real quick.
Yes, sir. And we're going to open up the line and take a few calls.
Okay, August Now I told you August 2010. December 2010. They took